Hello, and welcome back to the Misfits podcast. Rated 5 stars on iTunes by Spotify, in brackets, Misfits sponsor. They say, hey, stop mentioning our biggest competitor at the start of every podcast. Spotify, come on. That's ready to call us out like that in the iTunes reviews.
Oh my God. Unreal.
That was actually not by me, by the way. A fan actually wrote that. Or maybe it actually is Spotify and they're pissed. We don't know.
You should get them on the podcast.
Either way, you can listen to episodes.
Shout out. Just make reviews then.
Well, there's also probably better ways to reach out to you guys.
You're probably right,
Yeah.
but I saw it, and the message has got across. You
We get
can
it,
listen to episodes of this podcast 24 hours early on Spotify.
Wow.
Which might be why they're pissed.
Hey,
Shit.
that's
Hey.
Pog.
Hey,
That is Poggerson.
that is Pog.
That is Pog.
Anyway, guys, here we are. We're in LA, and we have on the show KRYOZ Gaming,
my goodness.
aka John himself,
Hello.
and of course, his friend Smitty.
Wait, this is a podcast?
This is a podcast.
Oh,
That's what the mics are for. It's what the lights are for. The
I didn't even
there's
realize I was
cameras.
holding this.
We also have our boys McCreamy and Toby on the telly.
Yes.
How's it going?
Misfits and
Swagger
I am
Souls.
Swagger Souls. It's nice to
We're
see
gonna-
you.
We
We're gonna
think.
forgive that swagger sit out boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna
So-
ignore that.
I got introduced as
Oh,
KRYOZ's friend.
shit.
Oh God.
So,
I'm sorry, Queen.
KRYOZ's friend,
Yes.
how do you find yourself caught up in this?
I don't know.
What do you do?
All I know is, what episode was I on? What was the first one?
Was
I
it
was
like 12 or 13?
It was like,
Can't remember.
right after 10, sometime
Yeah.
around then.
Damn,
you came
you
on
like
the
the
show.
first guest we ever had?
KRYOZ
I think actually you were the first.
Yeah, no, it
first
was
guest.
Smitty.
Oh.
It was Smitty.
I don't think was he the first guest?
I don't know.
Actually, no, Raccoon
I
Eggs.
feel
It
like
was
you were pretty
Raccoon
early
Eggs.
on though.
Who was it?
Raccoon Eggs, I think, got you beat. But,
Damn.
needless to say, that was a good
Cut
start.
that. That's
That was a
Foley
good
right
ass
there.
slam.
That's some Foley
I thought it
right
was
there.
Foley.
I might use that for a video later.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
It sounded good. What's up?
you're back on the show, is what I'm trying
Yes.
to say. You're back, and now we're on camera.
Still haven't done drugs.
Still haven't done drugs. That was the
Finally.
title of your first episode.
Goddamn.
You're still straight edge.
Wait, why is he here if he hasn't done drugs?
I honestly,
Because I listen to
trying
the
to
Misfits
convert him.
podcast and I don't do drugs.
You drink alcohol, though.
That's a T-shirt.
Don't
You can
you?
buy that.
Alcohol's arguably
Scuffed
worse.
up store.
alcohol.
Yeah, but come on. That's
What?
not
What do you mean,
like-
come on?
Alcohol's not like
A drug?
It's not a real
that's
drug.
widely accepted.
Is
See,
it?
you're not committed, Spinny.
Racism used to be widely accepted.
That's true.
yeah, things change.
But you do a lot more than I do, though.
What do you mean?
Don't you smoke?
No.
You don't smoke?
No.
You're,
has
you're straight
smoked.
edge.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. Yeah.
Have you tried?
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty.
I don't think Toby's straight.
Like almost daily. It's just not for him. He still does it, of course.
Well, you had a bad experience our first PAX, right?
Yeah, I think the
Got
reason I smoke
hospitalized.
weed is because of what happened first pack.
Same kind of with Jay with edibles. He got really fucked up in LA the first time.
Real fun.
See,
Yeah.
I've never smoked in my life. Well, I've never done marijuana, no like acid or anything like that. I've tried a vape, like not like a vape pen, like you get like Juuls or anything like that, but like remember when vaping got big?
The big
Yeah,
mods.
those big fuckers. Yeah,
Ah.
I tried that once, but I just
Didn't get it.
not for me. No.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool,
You had
like it
pussy
was
lungs,
fun,
couldn't
which I
handle it.
shouldn't be saying, but like
Vaping's
it's,
fun, kids.
it's satisfying. You have to admit, like the whole smoke thing. It's like it's kind of satisfying.
Yeah.
But I just like I didn't get my own or anything like
your
that.
pump
Like I just
somehow.
tried someone else's. That was the
Yeah.
only time I've been nicotine or anything
It's
like
totally
that.
fine. I hate how we have to like any of our straight edge guests need like an excuse to come on the show. Like, look, guys, I know I don't do drugs, but I promise I'm an interesting person. Like, stick around.
I've been around drugs. I've seen them.
I think the fans get pissed at us sometimes because one of the first questions we always ask is, "So, what drugs have you done? What weed do you do?" It doesn't always have to be about drugs, guys. We got KRYOZ Gaming on the show as well.
I've smoked weed.
Oh, shit.
KRYOZ is just a drug in human form.
KRYOZ
we
will
love
get
him.
the
I'll take
most
it.
questions from now on because he has done drugs.
KRYOZ friends. Hey, be quiet.
Every time I see KRYOZ, his fashion evolves
Yes.
to higher levels.
Yeah.
Got a
Even-
little sewing machine recently, huh?
I did.
Yeah.
Sewing's
Making
a good
some
time.
custom fits.
So far, I mean, I got my pants on.
Yeah,
I love those.
Thank
so,
you.
So you're just like taking your editing skills to the fashion world,
Pretty much.
editing
yeah.
articles of clothing.
It's way better than Premiere. It doesn't crash as much, so don't have to worry about that.
So you,
Unediting's tough.
yeah, I mean, you've been sewing is what you've
Yeah.
been doing, I suppose, which is kind of recent for you, right?
Yeah, I got into it 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
A new
like
hobby.
I pretty much decided to get a sewing machine like 2 weeks ago just because I was wanting to make my own shit, and I was tired of like having clothes that I didn't wear that I could wear if I just took them to a tailor, but I don't want to pay for a tailor for all my clothes.
Sure.
So I just started, because I have a brief understanding of how to sew and how this shit works, just because
Home ec.
clothes, home ec clothes are pretty simple. Like my mom and my grandma did sewing, so easy
So-
pickup.
So now when you're shopping for clothes, do you look at a piece and think, I don't want to wear that, but I want to use part of that, like on these
Sometimes.
pants? Or
Not so much in
Really?
like higher end stores,
Yeah.
but I go to Goodwill
Yeah,
like pretty
I
frequently.
suppose you aren't going into Gucci and
Yeah, I'm like, ooh.
chopping up a
I'm gonna chop
sweater.
this shit up.
You
Cut the
definitely
sleeve off.
you appreciate it a lot more now though.
Yeah, like that. I mean, like I understand like what fully goes in. Like it's not just like about like what the material is, but it's like
Yeah.
you gotta check like even the sewing, like how the hem work is, and make sure this like it's not like some shoddy sewing work, and
yeah.
gotta make sure it all looks good. It's not just about
His
it's
intro
just
was a
about
lot more
material.
interesting than mine.
Well, I was going to segue to you, Smitty, because you've also been interested in fashion for like the longest time. Like since
So
I
you
heard
both
first knew
can.
you.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
he was,
his fault.
yeah, because John was like a big part of your what get you into fashion.
Yeah, it's
Am I
his
correct?
fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, how are you feeling about your style lately?
I don't know. I think it's really basic.
I
You're
like your style.
expanding though.
It's very
Mhm.
green.
You changed your pants up recently.
Yeah,
You tried
well, not
different
these
pants.
ones. These
Yeah,
ones
well,
are kind of tight, and I just haven't worn them in a while. That's
Mm.
why. But yeah, no, the what would you call it? Like straight?
just straight fit, not as
Yeah.
tapered.
No,
just a
yeah,
wider,
like the
wider leg opening.
Yeah, fantastic. It's so freeing.
Yeah.
No
You,
more,
cozier.
no more skinny jeans.
you have a very cozy, comfy vibe to
Yeah,
your
that's
fits, which
yeah.
I really like.
I don't try too hard. Like it's very like I just wear what I want.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
No,
and
it's
that's
a-
how most people dress. But
Like, how many clothes would you say that you have? Like, I know that you have a big
Too
closet.
much.
You have a lot
I
of
have too
shoes.
much.
You have a lot more than me, that's for
yeah,
sure.
I have way too much. I have to get rid of some for sure.
Why do you think I
There's
chop
a
all
lot-
mine up?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't wear, which sucks because I got to donate a lot of it.
Yeah, well-
I know there's some pieces I want to sell
Yeah.
because I know I can make money off of it.
Yeah.
But
So some StockX shit.
yeah,
Well, I was saying to you the other night that
Sell it to fans. Depop.
don't sell anything. Let's just get some,
Autograph
let's
it.
get some cameras. Let's get a big truck. Let's go to Smitty's house, get all his clothes in there, and just go to orphanages and just hand out some drip.
Oh my god.
when we were talking about this,
Children
Yeah,
are
the other
desperately
night.
need of
I don't want an orphan to get mugged
want
because they're wearing off-white. You know what I mean?
That's what Smitty said. He's
It's
like,
not something I want to be a
charity
part of.
work. We're helping children in need of drip.
yeah. I mean, if
Like,
you give
all kids
every
need
one of the
drip.
orphanage some drip, then it'll be fine. Unless there's this one really big kid who
Then their
robs
parents will
everyone
love 'em
else.
again.
That's fucked because their parents already got robbed from
The
them.
parents immediately come back like, oh my god, dude,
finally,
you
you
look
look
fire,
good.
bro.
You look
Like,
fire. I'll take you back.
dude, I had no idea you were this fashionable, bro. You're cool.
It's the interesting thing though is watching your closet grow with stuff you find like you're interested in.
Yeah.
Like when you buy it and then over time you're just like I don't like this anymore.
It's
Yeah.
a developing taste.
I know, but
Same as
it's
like music.
Because like there was a point where I was like, I don't think my closet can get any better. And then
Yeah.
I like
And then it
a
gets
year
better.
later I'm like this looks fucking terrible. What am I
Yeah,
doing?
no, it's the exact same.
Yeah.
It's, I feel like whenever you buy a bunch of new clothes, all your old clothes just immediately become so much more disinteresting. You're
And it
just-
has a lot to do with like the whole industry, like our industry getting into fashion and shit like that.
yeah,
Like a lot more people want to start wearing like designer stuff or just like they want to dress better.
Mostly very poorly.
Yes, they don't know what they're doing. There's a lot of people that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I
It's
mean,
rough.
people who are usually buying that shit they don't know what they're doing anyway.
yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't really know what I'm doing with my clothing, but
Neither.
I like. I used to be, and I think like Swaggy were very much the same. Like we used to be very anti-designer. I think we would never buy that sort of stuff. But
Yeah.
I think everyone was.
Now.
going
Yeah.
once you like start
Spending
shopping,
$1,000 on a T-shirt.
yeah. And I mean,
now-
to be
now
honest,
it's
like
a bit different.
it still feels like a little cringe to
That
me.
is hard.
But the thing about designer clothes is they have such like
They have
interesting and
longevity.
unique fits to them if you
Yeah.
pick out the right pieces.
Yeah.
And you can create like such a dope outfit like so easily if you can
Yeah.
afford it, obviously.
And I mean,
Whereas
those are those,
otherwise you
those
have to
are
be
gonna
creative like John, and
clothes.
you know,
Just make your own.
yeah.
Those are going to be clothes that are going to last you for years and years.
Yeah,
You
they're
know,
like
they're
clothes.
high
That's why I love
quality.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
definitely.
mean, that's
Definitely still paying a lot.
the
for name,
branding.
though.
Absolutely.
I went fucking
Yeah.
camping in those Gucci shoes, and they were so well made. No leaks, nothing. I was stomping around in mud. I took that shit back home. I didn't clean it right away because I have autism, and I let it kind of steep and get caked in mud for a good month.
Yeah.
And then I decided to wash it, dude. I took some wipes, and that shit was crystal clean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
They're good. They
So
can last.
you know,
God bless.
you're paying for quality.
Yeah.
For like a lot of those designer things, but I don't know. I wouldn't fucking spend $500 on a T-shirt that had a logo on it.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
Yeah. I think people when people see like they look at a tag, they see like let's say like you see a Balenciaga T-shirt and it's like $500,
Yeah.
right? And then people look at the tags like, oh, what's this made of? It's like 100% cotton, and they're like, well, why is that $500? Obviously, your markup for the brand exists, but it's also you got to think of cotton the same way you think of like leather. So there's like
Can be good cotton.
so many different grades of leather as
Yeah.
there is cotton.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like the upper echelon of your cottons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good. It's gonna last you a while. It's gonna be hard to rip.
Premium cotton.
You're gonna be able to cut it with scissors, obviously, but it's
cotton.
gonna be hard to like snag it
to,
on
like,
something
break.
and it actually get ripped.
They should make some shit out of Kevlar. I'd wear some bulletproof designer.
I think
They
there
have
is
some.
stuff.
I think that exists.
Haven't like bulletproof
Really?
vests been highly in
Vests
fashion
are
lately?
pretty
Like,
popular.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know
vests
if they're
in
like actual
fashion, dude,
Kevlar.
that's
though.
awesome.
Utility
Yeah,
vests.
they're more
Yeah.
utility, but look
Yeah?
like Kevlar.
Where do I
vests.
buy a
No
fucking
way.
Gucci vest? A
I
Gucci
don't know
bulletproof
if they've
vest.
done it, but
Dude, it's so fucking cool.
doesn't
There was
Alex
a-
do some of those? Alex has some vests. I don't know if they're bulletproof.
Yeah,
though.
probably not bullet.
I
they
think
probably
it's just
look
the
bulletproof,
style,
but
yeah.
just,
We went out-
It's the style of it.
We
but-
went out shopping, and I think we were in Saks or something. No, Saint Laurent. They had a fucking a holster.
You think of-
Yes.
that was
Louis
Louis
Vuitton.
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton. Louis holster.
That's why I was actually considering buying this holster.
Dude,
I was like,
would've
don't
bought
fucking
it.
buy
I
this
would've
thing.
bought it,
Don't
but
buy
all
this.
the holsters they had in stock were fucking left-handed. What the fuck do I do with that? I can't
Cross
cross
draw,
draw.
baby.
Cross draw, but the fucking the handle would be pointing the other way.
What?
Yeah.
I'd have
Really?
to draw
Upside
with my
down.
left and then get to my right, and it would
Exactly.
have been too much of a headache.
Just carry the gun in your hand like a regular American, I
Yeah.
say. You know,
In my
like-
pocket, and then
That's not
when you get
concealed
mugged, you
carry.
shoot through the pocket.
Come on, man.
Oh my god.
The old
Just shoot.
gun in the pocket.
Yeah. You blow off your fucking finger.
In news that doesn't relate to violence or expensive designer clothing, something that our audience might struggle to relate to.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I wanna
Well,
talk-
This is fashion based.
No, we're
'cause
talking.
here. So.
I like the fashion
Hey, let him
talk.
do his job.
But I wanted to talk
Shut up,
about. We've been hanging out the last couple of days. Obviously, we saw each other in Boston for PAX, which was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really think there was a story there from that night. It was kind of
was
pretty
just,
chill.
Yeah, it was a good time, but not
very
like
relaxed.
story type.
Yeah.
It's just good people.
Just catching
around.
up, good
Yeah.
people. And then, we've been hanging out with Minnie a lot lately
Yeah.
at his place here in LA. And I mean, this story, like, is one more for you guys to hear than that you're involved with. But Swagger and I had a very interesting Uber ride home after our night the other night.
Oh.
And also a very interesting Uber ride home last night, which was like such a stark contrast, which
Yeah.
I think would be funny to go over. So, we had a little party, a little get together at Minnie's with you two guys. It was great. We smoked a lot of weed. Smitty did not because he doesn't do drugs. We were pretty ripped. We were going to the pool, the hot tub, smoking moon rocks. Great time. Had a really good night. It's time to call it an evening.
Oh no, because we were out back, and then
Rocks
there
is
was the
weak.
really cold pool and the really hot tub, and we were jumping in between them. And I remember you jump in the pool and you started screaming, and the
yeah.
neighbor said, "Hey, people are trying to sleep."
What?
Yeah.
He got
I
mad.
want to say for the audience, Moon Rocks is not what it sounds like. It's not crack.
That's
No,
what I thought it
no,
was. I was
no,
like,
no,
mate,
no,
what the
no,
fuck?
No, moon rocks is just a spicy joint.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
Spicy.
it's a joint with keef and oil.
Because I think a lot of people would have heard that at home and thought it was crack.
Yeah, we did some math,
A
like
little bit of
heroin,
crack
a little bit of-
cocaine,
meth
cheeky
cocaine.
crack in the hot tub.
pissed off the neighbor, very relaxed. The pool was great. We just kept jumping between the pool and the hot tub, and
Dude, that pool was so cold.
it was
I just
cold.
keep thinking about that guy.
Yeah,
Fucking-
dude.
Some people were trying to
Go to
sleep.
sleep.
You're like, well, put some earplugs in, jackass.
I mean, that loud. It was cold. I
Everything's
screamed.
so close in LA. That's what sucks. It's like,
Like
you can't-
you're in LA living in one of those houses and you can't own fucking AirPod Pros with noise canceling.
That's
like,
true. That's
dude,
true.
come on,
Yeah.
What the
put
fuck
some
are you
fucking
doing?
tunes on and go to sleep.
Fair enough.
Just
I
get
mean,
better windows.
I did scream pretty loud when I hopped in the pool.
Yeah, but
It was
for
cold.
good.
You
I
have
mean,
a
the
good
pool was
reason.
cold,
It
so
was.
who could blame
Yeah.
you?
I had to explain it to him the next day. I went next. I'm so sorry for screaming, but the pool
you
was just
came
really
back.
cold.
You didn't even tell us. You
Oh.
just go to apologize.
No, hat in hand. I'm a good guy, Smitty.
It's
Like,
very
I-
Canadian of you.
Yeah.
Just goes, oh,
Sorry,
so
eh?
thoughtful.
But after the little pool expedition and hanging out for like another 2 hours, we ended up going back. Matt decided to stay because he had food on the way. We hop in this Uber, and you take your phone out and you go, "Hey, can I like connect to speaker?" And then the guy was like, "Yeah, what music you like? What music you like?"
Where would you say this guy was from? He
Dude,
sounded like
he
Eastern
was-
European.
He must have been Indian.
Do you think?
I
No.
think- he must. It sounded Hindi.
Yeah, maybe he was Indian. He was like Middle Eastern, maybe, or
Yeah.
something like that.
What was his name?
East.
What was his
Oh,
name?
fuck, I wish I could remember. Legend. I did tip him, but I
That
didn't.
was his
name was
name.
Legend.
His name was Legend
good
from
name.
now
For all
on.
intents and
Legend.
purposes, his name should be Legend.
His name is Legend, and he
27.
looked like he was in his mid 70s.
I like where this is
Big
No,
boy.
he was like 50s, 60s.
All right.
But
Doesn't
he
matter.
looked like
was
he was
old.
mid-70s.
He was an
old.
old dude. He
He
was
was
an old
old.
dude.
Okay.
And we get in this Uber, and I'm like, okay, it's a 20-minute ride. I want to connect to Bluetooth. He, of course, lets me. I connect to Bluetooth. He's like, can you play some bitches and hoes music?
Yeah, he's like, what music you like? Play what music you
Shit.
like, and then you say, what music do you like? And
Yeah.
he goes, oh, bitches and hoes, bitches and hoes.
and
like
hoes
that.
music.
So he starts playing Mo Bamba.
Oh,
And the guy literally, we're in a Suburban.
yeah.
Yeah.
He cranks it to the max and then puts on this disco party
What?
ball.
Are
He
you
pushes a
serious?
button and like the
What the
front
fuck?
like part where the cup holders folds up and there's a disco ball there.
What the
And
fuck?
it just
Lights are going
starts fucking
everywhere.
lighting up everything.
Oh my God.
So next thing you know,
We're cruising down the street to Mo Bamba, and he's fucking hitting the brakes in beat with the music, and we're rocking back and forth in this fucking Chevy Suburban.
Holy shit.
We keep going, and this guy is fucking. He kept going on about. He's like, oh yeah, there were a lot of bitches and hoes, and then he started shit talking Mo Bamba and said like put something else on.
Yeah.
Then he changed to a different
The
song,
nerve.
and we kept speeding around. He goes, oh, speaking of bitches and hoes. Drake and Kylie Jenner and all those fucking bitches are in here, and
Yeah,
like
that's right.
we're rolling up next to this club, and
Yeah.
there's like a bunch of cop cars and security and shit outside. He goes, look at all these bitches, man. Look at all these bitches,
Jesus.
man.
He
And there's
loves his
this-
bitches.
There's this woman
hates
in
them.
a very revealing white dress.
Yeah.
He rolls down the windows and goes, hey, bitch, fuck you, whore.
Okay,
Yells
well,
out the window. And then yells at the window at this fucking girl.
So you
and calls
tipped
her-
him big after that one. You gave him like 25%.
I was just there for the ride at this point. He rolls up the window and I can
That's
tell
the point of an Uber.
I can tell he starts feeling immediate remorse because he starts talking about Harvey Weinstein
Yeah,
and how he
he's-
doesn't want to pull a Harvey
yeah, he's
Weinstein.
like, I'm the one to pull a Harvey Weinstein, bro. And he goes, you know, we stopped at this red light, and he started talking to us about how he had a girl in the car, and it was like, are you handsy? She asked if he was handsy,
Yeah.
and then he was like, oh, I don't want a Harvey Weinstein, bro. I don't want to, and he just started getting like kind of rapey.
yeah. And it was a fucking long time. He was talking for like 5 minutes.
It was like a 5-minute light, and he's getting really weird
Yeah.
and really rapey,
Yeah.
and just
Ew.
it was kind of awkward.
Was
and,
it an Uber Black?
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
We were in a Suburban, like a big SUV.
Not
Yikes.
rapey
That's
towards
surprising.
us.
No, just so this hypothetical woman that
No,
was sitting in the
that's
passenger seat.
Hypothetical woman next to him.
Yeah.
That's still weird as hell.
Yeah,
he
he-
on
One thing he
something?
said, he was like,
He's
man,
probably
I'm
more fucked up than that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
he was like, I'm almost pulling a Harvey Weinstein just looking at you, like, you know, like.
Yeah,
it was a
well, he was
fucking-
saying
He's looking
he
at you
said,
saying that?
no,
he was looking at an imaginary woman in the passenger seat.
yeah,
What was he
no,
on?
was
What
on
was he on?
something.
He had to be on
He was
something,
on
right?
And,
He
and then
could've
he
been on
said
anything.
something about he goes, yeah, Bill Cosby had the right idea or something
What?
like that.
No.
Some shit like
he didn't
that.
say that.
So
Yeah.
you definitely tipped him. Like,
Oh,
30%.
But it was getting really awkward. We were just
Yeah, I
like
can
kind of
imagine.
laughing, going, yeah, and then you go,
Get me the fuck
man,
outta
this is
here."
a long red light, isn't it,
that's,
mate?
that's a fucking long red light. Holy shit, we've been talking for like 10 minutes here. Just
Then
stood
it
still.
went
it's the
green
world
and-
telling him to stop talking. That's what he's trying to do.
We just
Yeah.
kind of bumped
Stop.
up the stairs, eh? We just kind of, not the stairs, the hill,
hill, yeah.
the giant fucking hill.
Yeah, no, he put his favorite song on, which I cannot remember the name of, and he was just he was jamming, like dancing the whole
I
time.
got some footage of it. It was
I'm-
pretty fun.
Probably
Yeah.
Wonderwall.
I'm convinced this guy was on like cocaine,
That-
could have been
Probably
drunk,
coke, dude. Probably coke.
probably coke.
He's
man.
seeing
He was on
imaginary
something.
people.
He
He's got
was
to be on
dancing.
something.
Anyway, like it was just a very rowdy Uber ride home, and we were enjoying ourselves. We were saying
Fucking insane. It was the best NPC experience in LA yet.
best one of the game.
So many NPCs here.
Great way to cap off the night. The next night we hung out at Minnie's again. You know, again, pretty chill night, pretty chill evening with you boys.
Yeah.
It was good fun. We get in the Uber home, completely opposite experience. Like, I ask again, I'm like, oh, can I connect to Bluetooth? He's like, no problem. He hands me the cable. It just doesn't work at all. And he starts panicking. This guy's like visibly sweating.
He
He's like,
was
oh my-
stressing
he's like, I'm
so
so sorry. I'm
hard.
so sorry. Like, don't worry. Like, I'll get it worked out. I'll just get the car moving first. And I'm like, look, man, no worries. We'll just listen to the radio. He's like, no. It can
Yeah,
only
he's
work.
like,
It
no,
can only
no,
work.
This never happened.
That's interesting because we had like a guy who was very nice on the way up here. Like he was super hospitable and
He was
everything.
dancing to the music you were
Yeah,
putting
no,
on.
he was cool, but like I think they must run into some people that are assholes.
Oh,
yeah.
like,
Oh.
absolute fuckheads.
There was what was
Without
the
a
thing?
doubt.
It was just like a small little thing that happened. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I forgot what it was."
Oh, he had a phone call.
yeah, a phone call, and he was like so apologetic, and it's
Right.
like it's not that big of a deal. Like,
People are probably just brutal with their ratings and stuff. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
you could just
I don't
imagine
know.
some bitchy people in LA.
I was in an
Yeah,
Uber
yeah,
yesterday
assholes.
going to like get some food, and he looks at us. It was this Asian dude. He looks at us and he goes, "What do you do if someone calls you a yellow monkey?" And I'm like, I'm sitting there like, wait, where did this come
What?
from? What just happened?
You respond with,
No, I didn't do that. I was
Chipman.
like, well, obviously you gotta talk to Uber or whatever, and that dude's
What do
an
you
asshole.
do if someone calls you a yellow monkey?
Yeah.
You punch him in the face,
and
I guess.
and he kept going on the whole trip about like, oh, what should I do? What should I do?
Oh, that's so sad.
It was so
Yeah,
sad.
what
But
the-
then,
fucking
a
bullshit.
passenger called him a
Was-
yellow monkey?
yeah.
Oh my
it
god.
was
Was
like-
this another Uber Black?
no, this was just Uber X.
Oh,
'cause-
there's your problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got out of the Uber. Sorry, I'm just gonna.
Smitty looks like an asshole right now. They ride Uber Black.
No, there's a reason I do that though.
No, I do too.
I mean, I like obviously
don't.
I can obviously afford it a little better than most people, but like the reason I had a very bad
Flex.
experience on the way back from your little TwitchCon house party you threw.
fuck.
What was
Yeah,
a bad
dude.
experience?
We nearly fucking died.
was
like
falling asleep the
6
whole way.
times.
Really? What the
Because
fuck?
there was no Uber Blacks around, so I had to call a regular one. It was like,
Yeah.
mind you, it was like what,
Shit.
3 or 4 a.m. at that
Yeah.
point.
Mm-hmm.
So we're heading, like this guy pulls up, literally that, falling asleep at the wheel.
He kept
Really?
Like,
Oh my
Dude.
god.
Like
Everyone's
4
like-
times.
Like that's fucked.
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
come
I was
on,
doing the
man.
same thing, but rightfully so, because I'm not
Yeah,
fucking
you're-
driving.
Yeah, you're the passenger.
Right? Like, and I remember passing in that, waking up and seeing him veer off the road. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Just
I
grab
didn't
the
say
wheel,
anything.
like, oh fuck.
I
what
got
the-
it, buddy.
I was so out of it too.
Did
Yeah.
you tell him like to wake up or?
I
No,
don't-
he actually said to go to sleep. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's
that's
like, dude,
probably
don't worry,
why.
I got it.
We told him to pull over, take a nap, and then he got us home a couple hours later. Great guy.
It was but it-
Responsibly.
Yeah,
I
of
was
course.
just like
Did a
so
little coke.
tired that I don't know why.
I
Naturally,
accepted
it was very
death.
irresponsible of me
Yeah.
to not say anything.
sure.
But it was like,
If I was ever in a car like that, I'd tell him to fucking pull over.
and it was an Uber X. I didn't want to get stabbed.
It was also that, but it was just like it was so far away from where we needed to be.
Fuck.
I'm sorry. Can we just explain? Smitty doesn't actually think that Uber X's are that
No,
bad.
no, God, no.
does
It
genuinely
was just
think-
He's just joking.
He
I
thinks
don't-
everyone who drives
I
Uber
don't
X
want
is a murderer.
to experience that again. That was terrifying.
Yeah,
I
getting
reckon-
an Uber X is like hitchhiking.
Oh my
Listen,
god.
I reckon-
Oh my God. We've been in the hills for way too long.
I
I
just
promise
like-
we're still grounded and down to earth. I promise.
No, absolutely. It just,
I-
I'd prefer to be safer than not safe.
Sure.
I reckon the reason he did that and said the yellow monkey stuff was because there's a tip thing on Uber. That's what we were
Yeah.
theorizing. We were theorizing.
so
He was like trying
he
to
was
give
doing
us
a
a
little
sob
sob story.
Yeah,
to
because
get-
it was just so out of the blue. Like, why the fuck would you say that? I don't actually care. Like,
Should have just closed the car, and be like, "Thanks, yellow monkey."
Oh my god.
Slam the door.
yeah,
One
No
star.
way.
it's so weird.
Complaint.
Yeah.
Yellow monkey. Frowny face. Wait, so he was
Monkey emoji.
so this was just an Asian guy
This
who
was just an
who
Asian
had either
dude.
been harassed by a previous customer
Yeah.
or he was telling a complete lie.
Yeah, and I was just trying to figure out like what sort of what was he
What
doing?
game is he playing?
Yeah.
So he went on the whole time about this yellow monkey thing?
Yeah, the whole time, the whole trip. He was like, it's like, what? Like, why are people like this, man?
You
Like,
just couldn't understand. It's like, what?
yeah, I was going on about like humanity and stuff. I was like, man, if everyone was like us, then the world would be a better place. And
Hey,
he
bro,
was
don't know
loving
about
it.
that
He was
one.
loving it.
Hey, bro, I'm just trying to go to Starbucks.
Just had a podcast with this guy.
Yeah, it was
So
crazy.
wait, what did you tip him?
I didn't tip him. Because I was convinced it was a lie.
You know how on Uber
shit.
you can have those preferences like quiet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found that in America, no one.
Yeah,
one
there was
listens to
no yellow monkey
Wait,
option. That was kind of
are you saying a
so fucked
legitimate
up.
yellow monkey pulled up and picked you up in an
Yeah.
Uber?
That would be the best Uber ride of my life. If there was a little chimp just rolled down the
You
window
do enough
and just
drugs, you'll
and it was
get
just
there.
like
He's got a cigarette
I'd
in
be
his
like,
mouth.
bro, I'm fucking hopping in. I'm hopping in.
Man.
Without a doubt.
What were
I-
you saying? It didn't
I found
have.
that if you select quiet in LA, they don't give a
They don't
fuck.
give a
They're gonna talk. To you.
Yeah, well, that's what like I've only had weird like Uber experiences here.
it's literally
Like they're
the
still
same.
professional and they're
There's
great
so many
drivers and they're
Ubers.
good. Well, the other one was a little bit. The guy we had a guy yesterday that was just fucking
Oh yeah, that guy who
Like,
like didn't
stop, go,
heavy
stop, go,
foot.
stop, go. It was like Jesus
Heavy
Christ,
foot,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was annoying. And I had
Bumper
a pee
cars.
too. I was just like, ooh, every fucking time.
It is. It's such a strange app that we're all so comfortable just getting into a stranger's car these days.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Fuck you, mom.
Before that, there was taxis.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. You go outside, you're running a risk of getting killed
Very
or
true.
something. Yeah, man. You know,
Well,
most
not
people are
scary,
Positive
decent.
outlook. I like that.
But yeah, it is so weird willingly getting into someone else's car who you have know nothing about.
Well, we got into the wrong car last night.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
yeah.
Hey, we got into the wrong
Wait,
fucking
was that yours?
Uber.
No, that was Evans.
Oh, it was such a
No
nice
wonder,
car.
dude.
It
No
was
wonder
so,
that car
oh my
was
god.
nice as fuck. We go inside. I'm like, whoa, this is a nice ass car. And I sit down. The seats are like fucking business class airplane. I'm sitting
Was it
down.
like a? Was
It
it like?
sounds like it was a.
It was like a
Lux.
It was a
Mercedes,
Mercedes.
Probably S class or
Dude,
something like
it
that.
was so good.
And-
I fucking put the seatbelt in and it auto tightened,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
was
What?
like, "Whoa,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
awesome!"
Yeah, he
Sounds
canceled
like
it.
Evan. Gaming.
Yeah, we went halfway there, and he goes,
Wait. We should just explain that the reason this car was so
Yeah.
nice is because the person who ordered it wasn't us. It was Vanoss Gaming.
Yeah.
Who was at the party last
So
night.
so after, because he left right after you guys pretty much. So,
Yeah.
so you guys got in his car without knowing. He didn't know it either. So he's waiting outside. And then he sees your Uber pull up. He's like, that's not my
amazing.
car. And he
That's
comes back to the
amazing.
door. He's like, or he must have told the driver what
Yeah.
happened,
Yeah.
the Uber driver. And then he comes back to the door like 5 seconds after leaving and be like, so those guys took my Uber. He's like, I'm just gonna
We
chill here for
stole
another 5
Vanoss's
minutes.
Uber.
Are you kidding
Wow, I
me?
feel so bad.
First impression.
Oh, no,
It wasn't that
That's
bad.
the most
Yoink.
scuffed.
Oh, it's so good, dude. It was a nice ass car. It
was
but
so good.
We're on the way there, and the guy literally goes like, "You just canceled the ride." And we're like, we didn't cancel the ride. And then he pulls up his Uber app, and he's like, no, it says you arrived. He goes, I don't have internet. I don't have a SIM.
What car did you see? What did you see on your Uber app? What did,
I was fucking drunk as hell.
we literally didn't read the license plate.
Fitzy's car.
I just got in. I was like, oh, there's a black car outside.
Did he
It's
not
probably
ask
us.
the name or anything?
No,
No, 'cause
this guy was
usually-
scary. He was like Russian. He was bald and he had AirPods in. It was no talking, no
Usually,
nonsense guy.
usually when you get into a fucking car like that, they go Uber for, and then your
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
and then you go
Say
yes.
something.
But you didn't even
Uber
say
for
that, so we
Horace.
just got in.
Yeah, he was like Vanoss Gaming. I was like, that's me. I just got right in.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a nice car.
Horace.
Uber for Horace.
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 Oh, Horace.
Yes.
Horace.
Swagger Soul's real name isn't Eric, guys. It's Horace.
It's
Just
short for
updated.
Horatio.
Ratio.
Exactly.
Horatio Kane.
The best fellatio and all the Horatio.
Thank you.
So anyway, we got ditched on the side of the road by this crazy Russian Vanoss
Oh,
driver.
he just didn't even
Yeah, where'd
take
he
you.
go?
Oh no.
Well, he was
once you
pissed.
cancel it-
He was very
Oh.
angry
Yeah,
with
once you
us.
cancel,
Fucking
they're mad.
really upset.
And I was like, I actually felt scared. I was like, okay, we'll just get out of your
Dude,
car.
it
We'll
was,
just get out of your car.
it was like
no
a
worries.
scene because I'm sitting in the back with Matt, and we're like fucking strapped in with this automatic seatbelt thing.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
the whole
And-
first 10 minutes of the trip, Matt and Swagger just wouldn't shut up about
Well,
how
we're
nice the car
vlogging,
was.
bro. We were like, this is amazing. So
Like,
we
look at the
definitely
seat.
didn't belong there.
Oh,
So that
no,
was probably
yeah.
his first red flag. And then when all that shit started happening with like, it's not showing up, like you canceled the ride, like you're trying to scam me kind of thing. And then Fitz gets a call and he goes, oh, I'm getting a call. And then he just goes with his phone, he goes,
Lagging.
raises it up
No
very
sudden
slowly.
movements. No sudden movements.
and it was the fucking actual Uber. And then he just goes, oh my God, we're in the wrong Uber. The guy was pretty fucking
Nice.
pissed.
Oh,
Fuck.
man.
Yeah, we just hopped out.
We
At
hopped
least you
out.
had a nice little short ride in a.
Yeah.
Oh,
car.
dude,
You got
it makes me want an S class.
Oh,
Those
dude,
are
they,
some
they
nice
are
cars.
beautiful cars.
It had like this red lighting
That's-
around the side.
yeah,
and shit.
all
Can you
like
change the color of that?
underlighting and shit like that? Yeah, no, that's a car you buy to get driven around in.
That's great.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's really, really cool.
Because it's literally like a first class airplane
Yeah.
seat. Like
Yeah.
there's so much leg room, it's crazy.
So much, yeah. Either way.
That was
They
our.
have captain chairs in the back.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
How many seats were there in the back?
Pilot.
Two or
Two.
three?
Two.
Oh yeah, would have been yeah.
How
Yeah,
much
and
does
like
a
a
car like
console
that
in the middle.
cost?
Armrest in the middle, right?
Yeah, it was a nice car.
How
You
much
could
does a
probably
car like
lift it,
that
but-
cost?
Oh,
We got
S class probably like a good one, like all the way spec'd up. Probably like I'd say. I mean, I'm looking at Canadian, but like 161 to 180. I might be off.
It's probably like 120 US.
Yeah, 4,000, 400,000.
We've
Well,
been.
our dollar is pretty similar.
Yeah, your dollar's similar, but Australia has luxury car tax.
Yes, true. Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's our Uber stories, basically.
they're beautiful.
Yeah.
That's our Uber
There's
stories.
some other stories from.
If you ever want
from
Uber
Boston and
stories,
shit
come to
that
LA.
They missed out on.
Yeah.
From
Honestly.
after we got drunk at the dinner and they went to shoot a podcast.
Oh yeah, well we.
In Boston.
We should probably explain what happened to manager Ryan.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I know you've
Yeah.
seen footage of him with his shirt off walking around the streets
Yeah.
of Boston.
I love
Right
your
after
story.
dinner.
Your
That
story's
was
been
so
floating
good.
around the fucking.
What's
where-
the-
So like you know they throw in the crystal glasses around like fucking
remember that?
apes?
Oh,
I remember
Yeah.
that. Explain that. Explain what was
Yeah.
But
happening.
hold on,
in the
I just love Jay's
buffoons.
story because he's like filming that and then he just pans over to me and I'm just sitting there like
Just a dead
So-
what the fuck are you guys
I was
doing?
just like so embarrassed to
You're
be
not,
there.
No, but
you're not used to those dinners because
No.
Kryoz and Smitty have been to two dinners with us while we were in Boston.
Look-
One was a lunch where Mason took a shot of Tabasco and threw up outside.
and played with the lobster.
was kinda my
jumped
fault
over
a
the
little
waiter
bit.
to run past to throw outside, stabbing the lobster.
Well, I did that first, but I was
Yeah.
trying to scare him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and I
then
talked him
you
into
But
gave
then
him
I
an
just
idea.
I just
A
gave him an
10.
idea. I made it worse.
Look, the dinner that we're talking about, look, it did happen to get a little ignorant. I'm not exactly proud of the behavior at that dinner.
You sang happy birthday 6 times.
Oh, it's but it's such a good.
Okay.
There's a lot of
If you're at a dinner with a bunch of people and you're already spending a lot of money,
And
if you just
hammered.
pretend it's somebody's birthday, they come out with a cake.
But they didn't come out with the cake because
Yeah.
we were acting ignorant as hell.
Well, did they get a little?
Well, it's
I
because
think
we
they got a
broke
little tiny
glasses.
one.
the
Oh,
big
really?
old slice of
Small
chocolate
one.
cake with
Yeah.
a candle in it.
I thought it was my birthday. How come I didn't get a slice?
I thought we just ordered
It was
dessert.
for. Was it for Austin or Ryan?
Ryan,
I
I
think
think it was
Ryan.
for
Ryan.
Okay, well, we'll set up the dinner. Basically, it's a big dinner. It's on like in the middle of PAX Boston at this nice restaurant, and
Was it Boa?
the gang just got too lit.
It was palm something.
Palm
Yeah.
gang.
Some
Something.
The
shit.
gang was fucked.
The gang just got too lit.
Delicious bacon.
You were
It was
there.
good.
Wait, you were there?
No,
Good bacon.
We drank a lot. We were
Oh my
smoking a
god,
lot,
so much.
and the energy was just a little crazy. We had a couple party animals in the crowd that night, and I don't know how this started happening, but someone thought it was a good idea to just start throwing wine glasses
It
and
was
trying to
between-
catch
it
them
was
without
between-
spilling.
Crystal
Wait,
wine
wait,
glasses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was between.
We were in a private room though,
Yeah.
so like it wasn't like we were
Yeah.
disturbing other guests,
Yeah.
but
That.
we were
Yeah,
pretty
we-
loud.
I somehow tamed an entire room by showing them how to do that. It
Yeah,
was crazy. Because
he
I didn't
filled
think you
a
guys
lot
were
of
that
crystal.
impressionable, but I did it once and everyone was like, whoa. And then they started doing it and the whole room was just
Wait,
loving
wait,
it. I was just sitting
yeah,
there.
Explain
did I
what you're
do?
talking about.
Just
for-
to explain, he basically filled up a crystal glass half with water,
Yeah.
wet his fingertips, and then rubbed it around the rim.
And we
And
were
it
all
makes a
rowdy as
sound.
fuck, and then
which-
everyone
which-
just
which
looks at
produced it.
Smitty.
Whoa. Guys, we have to be careful about talking over each other because we're
Yeah.
holding these mics. What happened?
Well, everyone was rowdy as fuck. Smitty's doing that, and while it's all rowdy, we just all stare at Smitty, and we're
Got
like,
very
"Oh
quiet.
my
He's making
god,
the
that's
tone.
beautiful."
It got
Everyone
very
went quiet.
The peaceful
And
sound.
then-
Glass harmonica.
Yeah, then
You
everyone
just-
did it.
You just
Calmed
soothed the whole
crowd.
gang
It
with
calmed the crowd and then made everyone make beautiful music.
That was
together.
momentarily, and then cunt started throwing the fucking glasses around. So it
I'm
was,
glad I didn't go to this dinner.
Yeah.
I didn't
It
throw
was
the
good food.
glasses. I
Look.
just want to say, clear my name. I wasn't throwing
it was,
glasses.
it was
Yeah,
between
yeah.
Ryan, Mr. Ryan P,
Yes.
and Austin from Omnia.
Yes.
I think-
so-
Because
I think
what
Hurley
heard is
did
that
a bit,
Austin
too.
Got Ryan drunk.
Oh, Austin got Ryan so
Ryan-
drunk.
Well,
but
they got
Ryan
each other
was-
retarded.
They got each other retarded. They kept
Last
beating
time I
each
saw
other.
Ryan drunk was like the first PAX we went to.
I've
Yeah,
never
that was
seen
a rare
Ryan.
No,
Ryan.
that was a rare Ryan.
Yeah.
Shirtless Ryan P drunk is a rare Ryan.
We'll explain the shirtless part. So Ryan's just got completely loaded at dinner. The dinner was over. Thankfully, not too much of a disturbance was made, although perhaps a broken wine
We
glass
left
or two.
before dessert. We don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
yeah,
guys
that's right,
did.
because you guys had
I
to
saw.
go
I'm
somewhere.
pretty sure Maxie broke a.
Yes.
He broke the glass.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
they
no.
fucking
Fuck
they
you,
broke
Maxie.
two.
Maxie's rowdy. But we're leaving dinner. Like the wait stuff were all fine with us. Everything was fine. We paid for it and everything.
It's only like a 5-minute walk from the restaurant to the Intercontinental
Dude,
Hotel,
donks.
which is
It's
where
across
we
the
were
road.
staying.
It's across the road where we're
Got leaks,
staying.
bro.
And we're just standing outside regrouping and stuff. And Ryan takes his shirt off.
Well, he had his T-shirt on, and it's about 32 degrees Fahrenheit, just about
It's
0.
freezing.
Nice
It was
and cold.
fucking really cold at night in Boston, and so we're running outside saying, "Here, dude, take your jacket, take your plaid overcoat or whatever."
Yeah.
And he just looked with disappointment, and then ripped his shirt off, and pretty much as a flex that
Yes.
he
What
the
doesn't
fuck?
need.
And
Doesn't
upon
need warmth.
upon ripping his shirt off, he of course feels immediately very cold.
Yeah.
And what does he want to warm himself right now?
Hot.
Some hot apple cider.
Hot apple
which was-
cider.
Hot apple cider.
Hot apple cider.
Now, to explain the hot apple cider, we were staying at the Intercontinental in Boston, and downstairs in the lobby they have this big tub of hot apple cider you can help
Communal.
yourself to.
Delicious.
Communal little tub of hot apple cider. We were very much enjoying it. A great way to heat up after the cold.
So it's basically just like really hot
Apple
like
cider.
cider.
apple
Shut
pie.
up.
It's like cinnamon apple pie
Shut the
filling.
hell up.
non-alcoholic
Fuck you.
hot apple cider. And look, it was
was
tasty,
delicious.
and I can
Wait.
understand his enthusiasm.
That was an alcoholic?
No,
I was feeling
non-alcoholic.
buzz after that, dude.
That's just the heat of it, my friend. That's just the apples.
I was just feeling cozy.
Ryan is very, very keen to have some hot apple cider. Let's just put it that way.
So
He's-
keen that he starts chanting in the street as we're walking back, "Hot apple cider, hot apple cider."
Next thing you know, the entire squad is just walking through the streets of freezing cold Boston,
Yeah.
pumping the air with a shirtless Ryan in front, yelling, "Hot apple cider, hot apple cider."
It's a cult.
This was Ryan's.
And
this was Ryan's
And
breaking
this is
point.
and this is
Yes.
all good fun. This
is-
is
yes.
all
Yeah.
good
He's
He's
fun.
walking. He's
It's-
jaywalking across like
Yeah.
traffic in
It's-
front of cars.
Cars are stopping.
Yeah.
He's a spectacle.
Cheering him on.
It's all good fun
It's like a big parade.
up
floating.
until the point where
on the
he
ground.
gets into the lobby.
Yeah.
Because he goes into the lobby and it's by now 11:30 p.m.
Yeah, roundabout.
So
Nice and early still,
So he
really.
comes in, hot apple cider, hot like
screaming it. We're like, ooh.
Screaming it, walking in.
And I'm just thinking-
without his shirt on, and then he takes his shoes off. So now he's shirt and shoeless in the
He's getting comfy,
Intercontinental
like
in the
That's just
lobby.
polite.
And he goes up to the reception and he goes, "I would like some hot apple cider." And then the guy behind the receptionist, he goes, "Well, you see, sir, we only stock them in the morning during reception, so you know,
Bad
we
move.
can't-
Bad move.
We can't get it." And Ryan,
Immediate devastation.
Yeah.
Ryan is a platinum royal ambassador for Intercontinental.
Yeah.
This guy. No
Yeah.
wonder they didn't say
And
anything.
so he says, as platinum royal ambassador,
Yeah.
all I want to do is organize some hot apple cider. And then the guy, the receptionist, goes, "Sir, I understand, but we don't we restock it every morning. We don't have any." And he goes, "Well, I just want you to organize some hot apple cider for me." And
Baron-
said like that too.
yeah,
with
dude,
stuttering.
like,
Yeah.
like
Bear-
I
bear in
just-
mind-
he's
I just
super
want-
drunk.
I just want hot apple cider.
Yeah, no, bear in mind, like,
higher.
obviously this does sound pretty ignorant and rude, but Ryan was very, very
He was,
wasted.
and Ryan's a big boy.
And
You
he was-
can't just grab him and pick him up and bring him into his
cider.
room.
Yeah,
He's
no.
a big boy. He does what Ryan pleases.
He was causing a scene. So anyway, like, the security starts coming up to us and going, "Is this your friend?" And we're going,
Oh,
like, "Yeah,
dude.
yeah." Like, no worries. Like, we're gonna take care of it.
Oh,
Come on, guys, this is a
You've just
show.
been talking and they've been sitting here saying hot apple cider the whole time.
Hertfordshire.
Can we perhaps edit the audio so it's just you two, like, just saying "hot apple cider" for a couple minutes?
Anyway,
We're in this lobby. Ryan's making a bit of a scene, although he is being polite for a
well,
drunken man.
I
For a
mean,
shirtless
He's
He's-
being loud,
he's being-
but he's asking nicely.
He's being polite enough. He wasn't belligerent in a sense where
Yeah.
he was getting angry or
No.
upset with anybody.
platinum
The
royal
cunt just
ambassador.
wanted fucking hot apple cider.
He just wanted
And-
it. Yeah.
And I can't blame him. I honestly can't. But basically, he sat down in one of the chairs in front of a fireplace that was in the lobby, and he was just sitting there, shirt off,
Protesting.
just kind of sacked, just kind of chilling. And then big fucking security guard walks over, just
Oh,
lumbers
yeah.
over him like, you know, "You good? You good? Get up, get up."
Yeah.
Go to your room. Go to your room.
Yeah.
And he was commanding.
This is where it got
getting-
scary.
Yeah,
No nonsense
that was
from this
where
guy.
everyone was like, "This isn't a joke anymore." Because
Well-
this guy was like, "I'll fucking lock him up if he doesn't get in his room. Like, I'll call the cops, get him locked, thrown in a drunk tank for 3 days. I don't care." You know, and that's where it was like, whoa,
Power trip.
You know,
I gotta say this is interesting because we saw Ryan later that night. So the rest of the story is quite mysterious to me
Yeah.
because if he's at this
Also,
point now,
no, well,
how did
next
I
night-
see him at 2 a.m.
I'm pretty sure the next night, did they have hot apple cider?
yeah.
They did.
So he made some changes.
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
the
Ryan for
complaints were.
president. Ryan for president.
He's basically sitting there, and the security guard is like, "You need to go,
Yeah.
like you need to get up to your room," and we're just trying to get Ryan to go into the elevator to go upstairs.
God.
And so we managed to get Ryan up, have his shoes and shirt on, and he goes into the elevator. But the guy, the security guard, basically wanted to instigate.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to have an excuse to throw Ryan in the drunk tank. So he came in the
Into
packed
it.
elevator with everybody, stood right in front of Ryan, and started talking to him. And then Ryan's drunk, so of course he's going to want to put his hands on his
like, "Listen,
shoulder
buddy."
and like that. And then the guy was like, "Do not touch me. Do not touch me. I'm an 11-year service veteran.
Yeah, I was
I'm an
gonna say, I
11-year
feel like
service.
this
Do
guy's-
not
Yeah,
touch
that's
me."
where I fucking
Yeah,
told the lie.
People in
that's
Boston-
where that's
yeah.
where you're fucked up. And I just go, "Oh, thank you for your service, sir." Like that, because I'm drunk as well.
Melts
But,
it all down.
I-
instantly.
Swagger's American attitude just has to
Dude,
kick
I
in.
was
Just immediately
was fucking-
saluting.
I covered for everyone. I tried my best to fucking diffuse that.
Don't
me and
act
Max-
like you were the fucking
No,
ambassador.
dude,
to
me
do
and,
it.
me
Look,
and
when he
Max
was
were
drunk,
talking
he was
about
ambassador.
that guy wanted to fuck Ryan.
Oh,
and
I
he
know.
was going
I
to
know.
fuck
I
was
Ryan.
going, "Fuck Ryan."
No, literally
That's how we saw him later.
Literally everyone in the elevator
Apple
except Ryan was just like, "Yeah, look, we're sorry. Like, he's just fucking wasted." You know, we were all at a pretty good level.
Me
Where,
and Max had to talk to him like after and just be
Yeah.
like, "Hey man, thank you for your service. Like, how long have you been doing this? Like, sorry about that. He's just
Yeah.
really drunk. He never gets this drunk. He's just gonna be in there. He'll be completely fine to himself. You'll have nothing to worry about."
No, that was a fucking lie.
And then I ended up
And then he was
leaving,
out.
but then I ended up hearing about what he got up to in his hotel room.
Yeah.
I haven't.
So he was drunk for a bit. They had a mini bar, which they cleaned out. All the hard liquor in the mini bar, just completely.
not
sank
just
out.
in this night. This was done the night
Was it
before.
dirty?
And
Yeah, well, there was a lot.
Was it dirty?
Oh, it was so dirty.
Good for them.
You know,
They just
it was
cleaned it. Nice.
absolutely
It's
clean.
good for them.
That's good.
But basically, Ryan
Clorox
took
or-
a wine glass and wanted to throw it against the wall, so he did. But then he found out that the walls were padded. So you can't actually break anything on the walls.
Wait, really?
Put me in that room right now.
Now, being smart and being Ryan,
The floors
you just chucked it at the ceiling.
Oh.
The ceiling as well.
This
Also.
is why
Works,
he's a royal
yeah.
platinum.
So
ambassador.
I think he
Innovation.
ended up shattering 2 wine glasses, and then a third he broke
You're just on
on
a
a
spree,
table, and the glass shards broke on the table and then went into his leg, and so he started to bleed everywhere.
That's why he was bleeding.
Yeah, and
'Cause
then
I went down before and he had like a paper towel like attached to his
He
cough.
looked great at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Point that out.
Well,
And
I
then
feel
he-
bad like telling the rest of the story because it doesn't
not even
exactly
here.
make Brian look that good.
No,
but
dude, it was
look,
it was so fun.
He did
It
drink a
was-
lot.
he's
long
never
story
drinking
short,
again.
we've all had a night where we just got completely too
100%.
fucked. You're just not in control
It
anymore.
was a rare
And-
occasion.
But
So
then later that
rare.
night, he seemed pretty fine again.
Oh,
he
well,
was,
Ryan-
he was great up until he took his shirt off.
Well, no, but like after that, me and
Afterwards.
Smitty saw him.
Oh well,
again.
dude. Well, he didn't drink for probably 4 hours in
Yeah,
between.
just got on the
Yeah.
waters, calm down. He was all
Oh,
good.
yeah. I guess that was still kind of early.
Reading the group chat, and all I see is, "Where's Brian? Don't let him leave. Where did he go?"
Need hot apple cider, urgent.
And then someone else saying, "I think he just got into an Uber with Fitz," and then everyone's like,
did get an
"Someone
Uber
go
with-
with, someone go with them. Someone take care of Ryan," and no one knew where
I
he
can just
was.
imagine Ryan trying to sneak out of that hotel room. Like he's naked up against the wallpaper, perfectly blended in.
Just blood,
No one-
blood just fucking streaking against the wall that he's sliding against.
Saving Private Ryan P.
Saving Private Ryan P. That's
a good shirt.
That was probably the most wild tale up until this point.
Yeah, well, Boston's quite a serious city,
I was so shocked.
It
at
is
how-
very
Oh
calm.
yeah, dude.
Very
Well, I
calm,
mean,
very
the
serious.
management gave them shit rightfully.
Yeah.
But management also gave us shit pretty rightfully as well.
What do you mean by management?
But at the Liberty.
Oh,
'cause-
that's right.
'cause-
Oh, we hopped into there now.
we had two hotels while we were in Boston.
The whole things.
Yeah. So
Whole building.
Just to
the
ourselves.
entire building. No. They stayed at the Intercontinental, and me, Jay, Mason, and other people from the team stayed at the Liberty. And the night that we were going to leave, the night before that, our flights were. We all had a couple of joints. We were all drinking. The bar closed. Bartender told us to pack it in. We go outside, and we're about to go to sleep, so we light up a couple of joints, and we're smoking it by the heat lamps right outside. And we're fucking idiots. We're stupid because we didn't think about the smell wafting into the lobby.
Yeah.
Which is fair. And so we stunk up the lobby, but it was fucking 4 a.m. No one was there. It wasn't the end of the world. And then the bartender comes fucking stomping out, all 400 pounds of him, and he starts going, Hey, you guys are fucked. You smell that? You guys smell that? And we're like, what? He goes, pot, wise guy. You know what pot smells like? And we're like,
That's so Boston.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. And we're like, yo,
Yeah.
sorry, sir. We'll take you to the
He
corner.
had this energy about him, which was like he was expecting a big confrontation or a big fight, and we were just
Yeah,
smoking
we're just
pot.
sitting
So we
there
were just like,
like,
oh, sorry, like we'll
sorry.
go
Dude,
over
he's
there.
probably
You're
hyping
clearly
himself
the
up.
devil
Yeah.
in this
But
situation.
we're like,
were just-
we'll move to the corner, sir. You know, we're sorry. And he goes, security's coming out. You guys are
Yeah.
fucked. And we were like, okay,
We
all
sh-
right. And so we're half expecting this fucking like SWAT team to roll
Yeah.
out, and it was the one security guard that told you.
Yeah,
you
we
and-
should probably
you and
preface
Mason
this
on.
by saying me and Mason got to the hotel very, very early.
Yeah.
And we were very drunk. And obviously me and Mason get up to a little bit of trouble every now and then.
Oh, cheeky boys.
And
Yeah.
we see a little wheelchair down in the lobby.
Yep.
There's no one there, so it's free
Yeah, yeah,
reign
it
for
was
us to
fucking-
just like
fucking 8
have a
p.m.
play around. And
course.
yeah, we take the wheelchair up the escalator. I don't know how we managed to do it. I'm driving, like racing Mason around.
Mason's playfully acting autistic.
Yeah, and then so we were pretty
As
much
you do.
on their
Acting.
As you do.
we were pretty much on their radar, like from
Yeah.
that, because she comes out like, "Oh, are you
Yeah,
handicapped?" And I
because
was hoping
Mason
said yes.
is
I was hoping he
Mason
said yes.
is in the wheelchair slapping the back
Yeah.
flag that's
Making-
coming up the wheelchair, and he's smacking it like
never mind.
absolutely. So she comes up and says, "What? Like, are you actually
Yeah, are
disabled?"
you handicapped?
How
and
dare
Mason,
you ask that?
What's that?
How dare someone ask
What a
that?
rude
Yeah,
question.
seriously,
Yeah,
because
very
if he
rude.
had
Obviously he
said yes,
is.
But he said no.
he said no. If he had said yes,
if he
that
had said
would've-
yes, it would have opened up a world of possibilities.
Anyone in their right mind wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. So Mason definitely is. You
yeah,
know.
exactly.
Of course.
Long
But-
story short,
yeah.
the staff just were not very happy.
Yeah, well,
Not with-
she
not happy
was
with
already
us.
on the radar, so
Yeah.
she chewed us out, said it was our last warning.
That was
so
like
that
strike
we'll be
one.
evicted, and basically Yeah, told us to get fucked.
So yeah, Boston's a serious place. You know, they don't fuck around. There's not a lot of room.
Harvard is?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's why.
very academic, like
Yeah.
formal sort of town. Love
And
it
the
though.
Tea
Like,
Party
They
happened
take it
there.
serious, dude.
It's a
I don't know how the
beautiful
fuck
city.
pot is
city.
legal there. It's so heavy regulated.
yeah.
It's very cold.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's winter.
We went ice skating and shit. It was okay.
It was good. I always enjoyed my time in Boston.
You
and I just
killed it.
wish that the nightlife.
Yeah, you were
nightlife-
super
I
good
did
at ice skating.
He was
I
flying on the
did
ice.
slide.
That was crazy.
I'm a
He was
very.
giving-
I'm probably the best at everyone.
He was
Well,
giving me
yeah.
a run for my money.
Oh yeah,
I
because you
saw
guys
that.
were there for the ice skating. Is there anything that I missed in particular that
Swagger
Not
was
really.
killing it at the end.
Swag was really
Oh, yeah.
good.
I'm really good at ice
you
skating.
got that
He
finesse?
discovered
finally,
a
it
new
finally
talent.
clicked, I think.
Damn.
It's pretty crazy.
Now, well, I mean, you skate, right? Because you're into hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
you would've been
Canadian.
I
pretty good
played
too.
for 10 years. Nothing
Shit.
serious.
You played
just-
for a decade?
Yeah.
Damn, you're old.
Would you start when you were 30?
11 years old.
Yeah, no, it wasn't anything serious, but it's just a fun hobby for me.
Yeah.
Even nowadays, I just rent ice and then go out.
You
shoot
rent
some pucks.
ice?
Yeah,
Just rent.
yeah. Just
Rent a bunch of ice,
big
throw it on the
block of
floor.
ice, yeah.
Yeah, a little skating around.
It's a mobile ice rink.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a lot
like a
easier.
1 by 1 foot of
Yeah,
ice,
just
and you
the-
just spin in a circle.
Just the community ice rink, and I just rent time on it, and then
That's
you
pretty
know,
cool.
Yeah, it's just a good hobby. It keeps you
you
exercise
sharp.
too, right? So it's good fun.
Yeah, let's actually talk a bit about our guests here. I
Yeah.
feel bad we've kind of told
Well,
these stories
well,
from
we
Boston.
are.
I reckon we
we're all
reverse.
involved in these stories. Like
yeah,
we were at
yeah,
PAX
to
too.
extents.
True.
Like,
And we also got to tell them.
We pretty much just had the rest of the stories that we weren't aware of during PAX.
yeah, we
Was it
didn't know.
You guys
Ryan
just
got
filled in
that
the
bad.
stories
Well,
that
you
like we
saw
only
Ryan
had
at
partial
2
of.
a.m.
So
Well, yes, Ryan was completely composed at 2 a.m. Like, he's
Yeah, he
like,
was
I'm never
fine.
drinking again.
Oh,
And I'm
really?
Like, oh, okay.
Good.
yeah, he was like back normal.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
They ordered fuck.
Well, at least he wasn't like noticeably drunk, I should say.
Oh, we went in the next day, and the fucking room was packed with like 5 pizzas that were uneaten.
It looked like they
creme
could
brulee.
make anything.
They ordered a creme brulee, broke the sugar, the crystallized sugar, and
'cause
then
I-
left it.
it's 'cause
They-
I wasn't
they did
there.
it just for the satisfaction of
Nice.
smacking
My
the creme
God,
brulee with a
dude.
spoon.
My
John's
God.
getting flashbacks.
I want a creme brulee now.
The first PAX, we met up with you
Oh,
guys, Boston.
Like 2
we
years
went to
ago or
dinner,
whatever.
and you guys ordered John like 8 creme
Like
brulees
7.
as he,
Yeah,
as he
I
went,
remember
as
this.
he
Oh,
went
yeah.
to the bathroom
Yeah.
and came back, and there was 8 creme
There's
brulees.
8 creme
in front of him.
brulees for you.
That was
I
the
remember
same
that.
restaurant, wasn't it? That the story occurred at, I believe. The one with the,
I think that's
make,
when you
with the
guys stayed
bacon.
at the same Airbnb.
No, that was a different one.
Really?
I think that was a different restaurant. I don't remember which one the other one was though.
We went to the one with the long
Maybe it
table.
was.
That was
really,
I don't
really
know.
2 years ago, right?
They just
Yeah.
out.
It was in like the
It's
middle
2
of
years
the
ago.
year.
That was the time that Fitz got really wasted and filmed a vlog.
Oh yeah.
That was such a different character at the first PAX Boston. Oh my God. That's
Anyway, so we were
crazy.
going to talk about me?
Yeah.
Smitty, what's going on in
How
your
long,
life, buddy?
how long have you been Cryoz's friend?
Oh, shit. It's, what?
Quite a while,
What would you say,
though.
like 2014, 2015? Maybe earlier? no,
Uh,
I'd say that's about, yeah,
I
that's,
would say
that's a fair
yeah,
shot.
How
one
did
of
you-
those years.
How did you guys meet again?
Yeah.
I forget.
Mutuals, Counter-Strike.
Yeah, just
Counter Strike. Okay.
CS.
networking,
Through-
good old networking.
Was it Garrett? Probably Garrett, eh?
Probably Garrett, or
Yeah.
maybe was it through like Craig and Tyler and them?
Well, I mean,
know.
well, yeah, but I think Garrett was the one that introduced you to those guys,
Yeah,
too.
that's fair.
Were you both YouTubers at that point?
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of graphic design initially though, so that's
And
how
you-
I
you
did
were
it.
editing as well for-
Yeah, I
Damn.
edited for one
Gold
YouTuber,
Glove.
Gold Glove. Yeah,
Is that
Oh,
private?
nice.
huh?
Is that known information? Should I
Yeah,
say
that's,
that?
no, that's fine. A lot of people know about it, so
It's so funny thinking about how we all ended up here. Like I still remember. I think I think we just spoke on Twitter and then we just decided to play CS together.
Yeah, you bugged me a lot.
Did I?
Yeah, apparently.
I think that. Yeah. Well, I think I remember looking back at you at the time and being like, my career was just kicking off, and I
Wow,
looked at
this
your
guy
channel
sucks.
and I was like, Smitty looks like he's got his shit together. I'm gonna keep him around. I need someone like Smitty in my life. And I
You're
thought
still
you were,
here.
It's kind of a compliment.
I thought you were very funny as well, and so yeah, we invited you to the
I came
sessions.
second.
And
That's a lower
Yeah.
I think when we
Down
met
here.
Smitty, he was like the biggest YouTuber that I knew.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
How the cookie crumbles.
Hey man, like
Still bigger than Toby.
Yeah, I know.
you still upload a hell of a lot more than anyone here. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it's very interesting. I feel like we're all different but the same since then.
Same,
Yeah.
same.
Same,
But
same.
different.
Bit different.
But still same.
We've grown a bit. You know, we've
Yeah.
definitely gotten used to the lifestyle of being a YouTuber. And
Uber
that.
Black, baby.
Uber Black.
Uber Black.
I still Uber
Try
X.
not to die at 3
Uber
At
a.m.
least
Pool.
back in Washington.
Yeah, Uber pool. You know, safety in numbers.
Uber
Can I-
Lux pool.
Yeah, I was
Uber
gonna say, can I get a
Lux
Lux pool? That'd be
oh
great.
my god, Uber Lux pool.
It's like a limo with a bunch of random rich people.
Like
Yes.
20
That's
of them.
just fucking networking.
That's how you meet other rich people.
Up in a Lux, hey, what do you do?
We just took a
Just a big bus full with rich cunts just
You
filled
got,
up.
any, you got any investing
Get in
money?
a car with Justin Bieber. He's just for some reason in one of those.
I wish that
Hey,
would be a
sup,
thing.
Beebs?
That's probably
Uber
going to be a thing.
networking, dude.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Just a bunch.
is
It would
big.
just be a bunch of
Uber.
industry people jacking
Hey,
each
you
other off.
listening?
Yeah, you listening, Uber?
Yeah, I know Uber.
Come on,
wants
Or
Uber.
Lyft if you want to yoink it.
Uber
I don't know.
loves us. They love us more than Spotify.
Fuck you, Lyft.
What about you?
Yeah.
What about you, Kraz? What's like on the agenda with your life, buddy? Like career-wise, life-wise, how you feeling just
Glad
in
he didn't
general
ask
about
me that.
YouTube and
Yeah,
stuff?
fuck, he asked me the big one, huh?
I gotta drop it at some point. You know?
Well, recently, I haven't been uploading much just because I've been
Same team.
out of it. I just haven't feel like doing shit. Games are boring. I'm tired of editing my own videos, but I'm also too afraid to put off my work and give it to somebody else. So
Very fair.
I'm
It's
just
a
letting my
struggle.
channel die instead.
Very fair.
Bro, like, it's like we're the same person, except you're way more stylish.
Well, yeah.
Let's go. Guys,
about
let's stop talking about expensive things and start talking about Smitty's broke-ass YouTube channel. All right?
My what?
No,
mean,
I'm the broke one.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. How is your channel going? How do you feel about gaming right now?
I don't know. I'm just his friend. He just brought me
Yeah,
out
true.
here.
You're
He
right,
flew me
but
out.
you know what? I'm interested in you.
I'll answer for him. So, no.
How do you-
I feel on the same level as John. Maybe not like with like. I'd say like I agree with just like games in general. They're pretty meh right now.
The industry sucks right now.
It really
I
does.
just think I've been in it too long to like enjoy a game enough to just casually play
Well,
it.
what are
Yeah.
games that are coming out? Everyone says that 2020 is the year
I
for
think there's
gaming,
a lot
but
of single-player
2019 was
games.
also the year for gaming.
It's just
Yeah, I
gamers
don't know.
hoping.
I mean, dude, I
Yeah.
mean, the only three I can think of are Half-Life Alyx, Cyberpunk, and Valorant. Those are the only
I think
three.
it's just a lot of
Yeah.
single player stuff. Like Last of Us 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
I just don't care about single player shit.
Neither.
That's
personally.
I
Yeah.
can't commit to them.
I don't know.
When
It's
does that
worth
new-
getting into.
When does the Riot game come out? That first
Valorant?
Valorant?
It's got a shit name. It's gonna flop.
I honestly don't think the game looks that good. It
Look,
looks too Overwatchy
the
for me.
footage
Overwatch is
look-
a trash game. Change my mind. Don't
I
change
like
my
that they
mind.
kept Hanzo's bow in it.
It's fucking
It
shit.
was
Look,
pretty cool.
it's
I-
obviously rough draft. I'm excited for it because it looks
I'm gonna
exciting.
try
Are
it.
you sure?
Yeah.
Like I definitely want to give it a go. I hope it's
fucking
rough
nice.
with the
Guys,
graphics.
What are you doing over here? You starting your own
Two different
podcast?
conversations.
Sidebar?
Sidebar.
Pussy.
Nice.
Pussy.
You're not a part
You
of
can't be
this.
in the
Fuck you.
sidebar, man.
Sidebars.
I didn't lock eyes with you. Sidebar.
Pussy.
Nice. He's a part of
He
it.
didn't put up the sidebar though.
He didn't use
Huh?
sidebar.
So it was like an open bar.
Oh, shit.
Open bar. I love open
Yes.
bars.
Open
Open
bar.
bars.
Open
Can we get a
bar.
round of applause
Hot
for
apple
open
cider.
bars?
Hot apple cider.
Your wedding is shit if you don't have an open bar.
Your wedding is shit?
Yeah, your wedding.
For a second, I thought you said you're wetting the shit. And I
Your
just thought, what does that
wedding the
entail?
shit.
People
You have white
weddings
poo-poo.
without an open bar.
Yeah,
What the
man.
fuck?
People have
That's
weddings?
fucked.
You don't bring people to your wedding and make them pay for alcohol.
Hey, you gotta pay for the wedding
pretty
somehow.
gay.
Half my money.
Love is
Divorce
pretty gay.
settlement. Nah.
Love is pretty gay.
Alimony. Baloney.
That's a question I was going to ask. When are you guys getting married?
True,
Fuck
true.
if I
What-
know.
like,
I
what
don't
the
even know what
fuck?
love is.
What?
When
I want to
like
know what love is.
Gay marriage legal in Canada. Tax
Okay.
break.
Wait, I don't know what it is though. How am I gonna show
I
you?
don't know. We'll figure it out.
Shit. We're in LA, the city of.
Okay, I'll be your best man.
So how many kids do you guys want?
you know,
I would say
realistically,
2 max.
Yeah, I think 2 is a fair.
One from each nut.
When I get to that point, yeah, I'd say 2 is.
You heard it
Yeah.
here first, Stans.
But like, I don't even know when that point is.
I was raised
Well,
with
when do you want to do it? We can like plan for
That's a
it
good
if you
point.
want.
Get a
So-
surrogate mother.
I feel
Yeah.
like adopting.
Oh, would you do it like that? Would you
as
die?
a YouTuber would be hard.
No, it's like me and John.
guys, can we just try to
Adopting?
keep it at one conversation? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is that what you're
I'm
saying?
sorry to be a host here, but like this is gonna make no sense.
Anyway, Swagger. So as we were saying together,
I don't know.
with no one else involved.
Right.
Okay, continue.
If you think about it,
Oh god, he's
come sit
moved.
on your
Oh,
lap
adopting is
over
just kind
here.
of like buying content.
We got 2 separate shows now.
Okay.
Hold me. Hold
So,
me, hold me.
anyways,
Adoption and
yeah,
content
adoption.
creators.
What
Have
do
to
you guys
split
feel
the
about
audio.
that?
Well, I think
Okay,
if
we're
you
gonna
just
have to make
adopting
this
kids
edit
as a
work
content
somehow.
creator,
Yeah.
buying content.
You,
Yeah.
you
You
guys,
guys get a
you
new
guys
channel.
are Miss. We're Fits.
Where it fits.
Because that makes sense.
That's what's up.
I don't get it.
Fuck those miss guys.
Fuck those Miss guys. They just always miss. We
Ah,
fit.
We fit in.
Always fit.
This is why we need headphones.
Oh fucking.
We are nearing the end of the show, but we can talk about other things if we'd like. I do just want to say, though, if this was a disaster with the audio, we're sorry. This is our first time testing out the new LA set, so we'll try to get it
Glad
worked
it's
out
with
for the
us.
other episodes.
Scuff, baby.
Yeah.
I like the way between 2 ferns.
Yes, we are between 2.
Oh my
Copyright.
god, that
I
is
saw
funny.
people bringing ferns up, and I was like, "It's gonna look like that."
That is funny. Swags, knock it off.
Okay.
Knock it
You're
off.
being ridiculous.
So what did you want to ask?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
look, guys, like you guys have your careers, you guys have things going on. I just wanted to know if there's anything you wanted to talk about as far as coming on the show, as far as
Shit,
what
man.
you've got planned, like what you're
What I
excited
got
about.
planned? I'm excited to just like actually look at YouTube in a better light again, because it's been really rough doing because it's been super rough
No
because
word.
just like it's hard to care about it right now with everything.
Word.
So,
No,
Think
that's
it's
very
gonna get better.
No, I don't think it's gonna get better, but I think I can look at it in a better light. I never
Oh,
said it's
that's
gonna get
fair.
better.
Yeah,
Positive
changing, a
optimism,
changing
mental
perspective.
attitude.
Yeah.
I thought you
Yeah.
were saying YouTube's gonna get better.
No, are you crazy?
I recommend coming out. Great way to fix your career.
Yeah, is it finally
I'll
time?
give it a go.
When are you coming
No,
out?
I'm still getting nowhere. But
Oh.
I assume it'll work for someone.
Worked for Little Nas, kind of. So
When are you coming out?
True.
I don't know.
Okay.
Where are you, Smitty? Are you gonna view YouTube in a better light, or
I feel like I don't really have any complaints with it. I just kind of do it.
you've always been very good at what you do?
I just kind of.
Unlike us.
I don't know how I've weaseled my way to the point where I'm still like remotely successful or not. I wouldn't say relevant.
You're very
anymore,
consistent.
but like,
Yeah.
no, I just like. I think I'm good at adapting.
Yes, you're good at
you know?
adapting, and
so is the entire like Wildcat and all them. Like
Yeah.
they've been around forever.
yeah, they've been around a long
I mean,
time.
It's just trends, man. It's peaks and valleys and trends.
But it's hard
And
for
routine.
Like, what's gonna happen when Fortnite's done?
I can't wait.
all
Everybody,
those
everyone
guys.
will rejoice.
Sorry, Jay. You'll figure it out.
Sorry to bring this up so
You got
abruptly.
you got a good group around you.
There's
You'll figure it out.
totally. I mean, Fortnite dies. People just hop to something else.
Yeah, it always happens.
You know, TF2 when that dies.
I feel like
but you
or
think- you
Overwatch
think
when
everyone-
Overwatch dies, you hop to Fortnite.
But you think that everyone who's doing just Fortnite right now is going to be able to survive that purge?
Yeah, there's
No
a fuckload
chance.
of
No
old Overwatch
way.
YouTubers that are gone.
Yikes.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, they've dug themselves in pretty deep with
Like
Fortnite.
there's
At least a lot of them.
It's the ones that are really good at games that need to be good at other games.
The old
Like
Minecraft
Shroud.
YouTubers.
Yeah.
The old Minecraft YouTubers pivoted to Roblox, which made sense.
Roblox
And they made a
is killing it.
lot of money.
They're making
It
a
took
lot
them
of
a
money.
while though.
Still make a lot of
That's
money.
it took them their careers dying, and then realizing there's a resurgence in Roblox.
Hey,
to
you ever
come
hear
back.
of Phoenix?
Oh,
They
true.
rebirth from the
Rebirth
ashes.
from the ashes.
Yeah.
like from Harry
I got a
Potter.
question.
Yeah, or
If
just
you
like
guys, if you guys had to stop YouTube today, what like industry would you want to go into?
Retirement.
Music.
Well, you want to like take care of old people? Retirement?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I'd say like I don't know. I like architecture, interior design, but you need education for that.
Yeah, well, let's say theoretically, yeah, you could do whatever you want in this scenario.
I can just do whatever.
You just have a degree.
I'd say that, but if I was realistic, I'd say probably I'd look into like fashion industry. So get a part in there,
I'd probably do the same.
Whether that
Probably
be a-
clothing design in some sort.
whether that be a brand or like just wing it.
Creative director.
Yeah, something like that, like Virgil.
What would you do, Toby?
I don't know. There's so many options. I'd love to get into voice acting,
Male stripper.
but I would also love to get into the fashion industry.
Yeah.
Jay?
Music.
Music, of course. Jay's just released a new song on his @Creamy account,
Angelic.
which is
Yeah.
very beautiful.
Absolutely
so much.
Made me
angelic.
tear up when I heard it.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that we're going to see more great things from Jay musically
Thank
That's
in
what
the
you
next
do.
couple years.
When Fortnite
Musically.
dies.
When
That's
Fortnite
it.
dies. Yeah, it's music.
That's
He's
what-
just prepping
that's
now.
when it happens.
All the vocal
It's
chords are
never-
warmed
it's
up.
never
Stock
too
up
early.
when Fortnite dies.
Yeah,
Just
for
get
sure.
albums
It's
ready.
never too
Drop
early
them all
to
once.
It's never too early to dip your hands into other ventures.
Well, that's one of
No,
the beautiful
100%.
things about YouTube is that it gives you freedom and time to
There is a lot
work
of
on
that.
things.
We
yeah.
complain a lot about the time we have, and it does get busy,
Yeah.
no doubt. But
Yeah.
there was a lot of times, this week I woke up and you were there, and I was like, you ever think about how it's
Yeah,
it's
just
We're
midday?
gonna wake up. It's 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to play some ping pong?
Exactly.
It's like Wednesday,
It's like,
people
do you ever
are
think
at
about
work.
people are working
Oh,
right
yeah.
now?
People
I mean-
are fucking wage slaves.
With YouTuber, it's always been more about pressure and stress than about overwork. I
Yeah.
think. I mean, definitely some
Absolutely.
YouTubers, and Smitty works a lot harder than me. Like I think most YouTubers work a lot harder than me. But
True.
I think the main thing that gets YouTubers feeling low is just the fucking pressure, man. Like it's a
Yeah.
lot. And that's why I
Feels
think
like
it's really
every-
important to have
eyes are
creative
always on
outlets.
you.
Especially when everybody's suffering in views. I mean, that
Oh, yeah,
makes
it's
me
rough
that
right
makes
now.
me not feel so alone. But
Yeah, because everyone's kind of down. There's
everyone's
to,
down significantly.
it makes it hard to feel
I think
like
there was
there's
a-
kind of a
And
light
it-
at the
it's,
same
crock pot
time.
of
it's
factors.
fucking weird that YouTube neutered Social Blade API so that you can't see how many
Yeah.
subs you make a day, but you fucking
very
up
weird.
and they did that for mental health.
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
when you
when it
upload a
doesn't do
video on
shit.
Creator Studio, it goes,
Yikes,
oh,
dude,
this
you're
video
down."
performed 50% worse than
like,
average.
shit, buddy.
You
Wow, this
disgusting piece of shit.
I hate it, dude. I fucking hate
Shit
it.
ass
Fuck you.
fucking
This
video. Why
video
even
is your
upload
9
this
out of
garbage?
10. It's 9 out of 10. It's not your worst, but it's definitely bad.
Yikes, this
We
is
pushed
shit.
this like crazy and no one fucking clicked on it.
I
what
honestly
the
stopped
fuck?
looking. Even when I was,
bad.
even last year when I was still uploading, I just stopped looking at it because it was
Yeah.
it just fucked with me. You know?
It's unavoidable when you
It
go to
is
the
toxic.
analytics. It shoves it right in your face
Yeah.
now. Even if
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up some other bullshit for, anything. It'll just
Yeah.
be like, hey, your
Yeah.
channel's dying, punk.
I go to my email and it's just like, by the way, your views are still going down. I'm like, thanks,
You're
you.
gonna
Here's
email
your
every time
weekend
something.
review. It was fucking shit.
Yikes.
Do
That's
better.
The title.
They send you a McDonald's application.
Oh my YouTube
God.
subject line.
Pre-filled
Yikes.
out and everything.
Yeah,
They
Jesus.
send you like a little plaque, just failed YouTuber.
Yeah,
just-
Congratulations for your
It's
career.
just the
dying.
canceled
try.
plaque. Canceled plaque.
Thanks for the trip. Thanks for the journey.
Thanks for 45% of your income.
Yes.
So
Yes,
that we
boink.
don't give the listeners blue balls, you two should also.
Yeah.
answer the
What would you be doing right now if it wasn't for YouTube? Rocket
Voice
science.
acting in general.
It's not gonna work with a helmet on your head.
Yeah, but like if the fucking channel's dead and I can just go public with my face and
Then
some
the channel's
other
back,
aspect.
baby.
He kills medieval roles though.
Yeah.
They love him.
Oh yeah, oh dude, I
Game
give
of
you
Thrones,
put me in
like-
Game of Thrones. Fuck.
I was thinking more children's birthday parties, but
Yeah,
that works
I
too.
wouldn't do that.
I would love to be
Just
like,
music, man. Music, art, anything like that.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'd love to
yeah.
be in the limelight.
I secured my first voice acting role today, actually.
Congrats. Can you
Yeah,
talk about
dude.
it?
Was that on?
I believe I can. Fucking
Yeah.
the Killer Bean.
Yeah, that's it.
Killer Bean, the 10-part episodic series. I will be a voice actor in it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It will.
It all goes to
hopefully.
plan.
You
I
notice
do-
how,
oh my god, it's gonna be so good.
you notice how all of our fallbacks are like relatively like creative?
Yeah.
That
I
makes
think it
sense.
is, like we're all looking for creative outputs.
Because
at
I don't
most of
want
the
to. I don't
time.
want to. I don't want to boss. I don't want to fucking boss.
No, that shit sucks.
Fuck a boss,
yeah.
dude.
I'm so sorry to anyone in the audience who has a boss. I can't imagine.
Beggars can't
Although-
be
I was
choosers.
in here and he's like, I want to be an accountant.
We do have to.
I-
What's this some mundane ass
Well,
shit?
what
I
I
wanna
would
be
have
a
been if I
physicist.
didn't do YouTube is I would have been a clinical psychologist. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that would be fascinating.
That was what I was.
I would have
really,
gotten to law.
Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
still be useful for YouTube.
Yes, yeah. Well, I'm still very interested in it, and I could almost see myself going back to study, but I probably would be too lazy, and I probably would
You'd be
just.
too famous at that point.
Yeah, you'd walk in the
You get a
room,
therapist
people
need
be like,
fits?
"Oh my
I love your podcast. Like, fuck, this guy knows me.
He starts talking about your life.
This guy knows I'm not equipped for
It
this.
would make his job a lot easier to realize how fucked up you are, though.
He's like, yeah, you
Watches
definitely
everything.
need to learn about this.
He's like, you're actually the reason for my problems. I decided doing drugs because of you, and now I'm
Oh,
fine.
like your fits? We're gonna have to book 6 sessions a week now.
Easy money,
Yikes.
easy money.
Every
No,
day.
I did say interior
Well, except
design
one.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would probably require a boss, because I don't think
Yeah.
there's too many people that are freelance until they're like at the top of their.
Yeah.
Yep,
Whatever
no.
they're
But I think
doing.
we're also speaking like idealistically, not like
Sure.
first
Yeah.
where you're
Yeah.
gonna go into, but like where you want to be if YouTube wasn't.
We're
free.
not saying that we're quitting YouTube to become psychologists and interior designers.
am.
And
We're all gonna do that.
Don't point at me. I'm not quitting yet.
Pointing's rude. Everyone point.
Wait, I shouldn't do that.
point at the
you
main
guys
cam.
are you guys
Front
are
of the
really
camera.
you
You
guys are really
motherfuckers.
impressionable. Which one?
Guys, this is the
Up
end of
top.
the episode. We're ending it right here. Is there anything that anyone wants to bring up or promote? Or
Subscribe to my
this camera,
YouTube.
this camera. Tell the people what you got going on in your
We
life.
got-
I have one thing to say and one thing only. Hot apple
Also,
cider.
Hot apple cider.
Hot apple.
Guys,
You know what's almost as delicious as hot apple cider?
what's that, buddy?
Gamer Subs.
Gamersubs.gg.
Gamersubs.gg/Misfits.
hot apple
Thank
cider
you
flavors.
for sponsoring the podcast as always.
Yes.
Thank you to KRYOZ and Smitty. KRYOZ, Smitty, what do you think of Gamer Subs?
Please do a
I'd
hot
love
apple cider.
I love
Subs.
Gamer Subs.
Please
I
do
actually
a
do.
hot
I really like
We'll
their
call
pepper
Eric,
and the
we'll get it
dragon
in.
fruit. Dragon
We'll get
fruit.
it. We'll get it done.
My favorite. Yeah, super tasty.
We're wrapping it. Guys, thank you for listening. Hope it wasn't too scuffed. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
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 Good one.